Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the show. This, of course, is Comics News today for what is it? The 25th of May. Damn. We're going to be coming into June here real soon, which is my birthday month, by the way. What is your birthday month, Slick?
It is this month.
May.
Oh.
So, did
Yes.
well, let me guess. You've turned 57,
No.
59,
No.
63.
64.
Yeah.
You're just digging yourself a deeper hole upwards.
71.
There you go. He's getting closer. You're getting warm.
Yeah.
But
I'm getting
anyway, we're looking forward to some news today for comic books. I don't know how good the news is, though, but we'll definitely get into
Yeah.
it. No one seems happy. There's no happiness in the world. But
I am so happy. Oh my gosh.
I'm happy,
effervescent,
Chester.
I'm a
Look at
fulgent.
my
I'm a
happy face.
brilliant. I am just so happy.
why is he talking?
It's disgusting.
You know,
Stop it.
It's just ridiculous. How are you,
In
Booster?
our presence, even. Me? Oh,
Everything has
I'm
sparkles,
happy.
and it's like there's sprinkles and everything. It's so
Zach,
gorgeous.
deal with
Now,
that.
is it your turn to talk, Slick? Is it your turn to talk?
You got to get Zach
you
on
know-
it. Teach him how to be a bouncer or something.
But I'm pretty good.
Oh, that's good to hear. That's nice. Yeah, real nice. Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I'm trying to help you out, man. I'm trying to broaden your horizons. How you doing,
what
Zach?
you talking about? Forget about it.
Pretty good. If you're, I don't know why you're trying to tell me like I don't know how to defend myself. I'm like, I wish I could meet you in person and then we could talk.
Yeah, well, you do realize I was actually
Was
giving
that
you
a
a
threat?
compliment. You become very
Uh-huh,
sensitive
sure.
and offensive, so it's
So-
I am offensive.
Look, I know that Chester's a dick and all, but I still wouldn't take him on. The guy's like a 6'5" gorilla man, and he has mutilated people for fun.
Yeah, I know. Oh no, I'm not saying
Tim
that I'll
Allen.
take him on. I'm just saying like if
Yeah.
we were to meet in person, that he'd be like, oh,
You're
He's
so
not-
small and pathetic. I can't hurt you.
I'm
That
not-
would feel
yeah,
wrong.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. That's
I would feel
perfect.
that way about Booster though.
Oh, that's
You'd be like, "Where's some sand I can kick in your face?"
What is this nonsense?
Why
Hi.
is everyone bullying me?
I
I
don't know.
am a scrappy fella. You don't want to take me on, I will bite your ankles.
Oh my
He's
God.
an ankle biter. I don't know if he really
Yeah.
understands what that means. So what I'm going to do is introduce someone who can explain to you exactly what an ankle biter is. Of course, in order to do that, I have to exercise my brainsticles. Can I say that? I'll say that. Let's see. A dark alley blooms to light. Electricity rippling across the filthy walls, filled with graffiti and unconscious prostitutes. He shall judge. He shall judge them all.
This
He
is
is
Mike
Monero. How was that? Was that
That
good?
was pretty good.
That was
That was
pretty
pretty
good.
good. I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to know about ankle biters. I thought it was just small people or small dogs.
Yeah,
Is,
Chihuahuas.
is there some
Chihuahua.
sexual slang I'm not aware of?
There is.
Oh no.
I'm good
don't-
on it.
I don't think I want to be aware. I think I'm perfectly fine in my ignorance on this topic. Thank you.
Okay, I won't help you out
Stephen
then.
King
I'll
novel?
leave you
Stephen King
ignorant.
novel? You're
I
talking
get
about
it.
the Stephen King novel who she slashes his like Achilles heel.
Oh, okay,
What are you-
I know what it is. Never mind. It the light bulb came on. I gotcha.
Even Urban Dictionary only says it's a small child, so I don't know what strange definition you have, Chester.
Yeah, well, Urban Dictionary is written by a bunch of millennials, and you do realize they're all idiots, right? Like all
Yeah.
of them, the entire generation,
Mhm.
including
you,
those
Booster.
present.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Hey, look, my Pickles is in the chat. Hey, what? I love that name. People have much cooler names than I do. That should be illegal, Booster.
But then
My
change
pickle.
your name. Like, legally. Change your terrible name.
Okay, so what would be a cool name for me though? Let's make a decision. What's a cool name
like-
for Chester?
Like, pick one
Big Bear
and it's
Busby.
better.
No, I want a cool one like Watermelon Platypus, man. That's a badass name, dude.
Nah. You don't want that. You don't
Yeah,
want.
maybe
like,
I
you just
could
wanna-
be the
I
kumquat
don't know.
of death. Maybe.
The what?
All these are just him trying to say, "I want to be a male prostitute."
Hey now,
Oh,
hey now, they make money.
Are you going through some kind of midlife crisis?
this
What's
show
going
is
on?
We could call you Gigolo Jake. How about that?
Ooh, I like that. That's not bad. There we go.
Well,
What are
we
you
can
talking
insinuate
about?
that
What's
you
wrong?
are the
Do you have
real
a problem with
corn
kumquats?
Chester, I hate to break
racist?
it to you, buddy,
Yeah.
but your name comes built in with a perfect nickname. You know what that is? I'm sure. I'm sure you've heard it.
Chitty.
Cornelius. Let's see.
No.
here.
Yeah.
No one's calling you Cornelius.
is
No one is
Chester.
doing that.
Chester the Molester.
Oh yes, Hustler. That's a wonderful
Oh
magazine.
baby.
Yeah, yeah. No, I've never heard that before ever.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I
never.
assume.
Yeah,
Not even once.
yeah. Well, it's funny. I had a chuckle because I was chatting with my dad one day, and you gotta understand, well, he's more chatty now, but my dad doesn't speak much. He's one of those real quiet type Southern man types. You know what I mean? So any kind of conversation out of him is a rare moment that you tend to remember. And he was actually talking to me, and he was talking about an old show called Gunsmoke, and how
Love
he.
Gunsmoke,
Yeah,
man.
Gunsmoke's a good show. But in that show, there's Chester in it, and he is lame. And he's always limping around everywhere. And people would joke at him in school and kind of walk past him like limping and stuff. And I'm sure a fight ensued, knowing my father. But he was just kind of making a comment of, childhood nonsense, right? I laughed to myself. I said, okay, yeah, so you got a lame dude from Gunsmoke. I get a frickin' Hustler magazine molester. Yeah. I think I got it worse there, buddy. You know? No, nothing. All right, fine.
Yeah, you had it
Yeah,
so
that's
bad.
wild. Tank Ferret just reminded me of your Biss nickname, Chester Busty.
That's true.
You want to know
That is
my
true.
nickname in high
Mhm.
school?
Yeah.
Besides Jimmy, and my name in Spanish is Jaime. So one of my good friends thought it'd be funny to call me Hyman. And
Oh,
it
yeah.
stuck.
That works well. I think
Oh,
that
the
should
guys
stick.
at work
Yeah.
call me Himi because my name in Maori is Himi.
Yeah, and it's close. Hyman.
Oh, yeah. That's too
Jaime
cool
is
for you, though. You don't
it's
get
one of
you don't
those
get a
things.
really cool car transmission.
Maori.
No.
No, I'm cool. My
No.
mom says I'm cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Moving on. Anyway, let's see. Did I say hello to everybody? I did, and I insulted everyone as well. Perfect.
Yeah, you're a real
bastard.
bully today. What's going on? You're all right. Do we need to talk after the show?
I have a list of things I have to go through. I'm very busy.
All right.
You're
Get to it.
very
Get to it.
busy. You sound like some. You remind me of somebody right now.
Oh, good. Who? Name them. Name them. Is it Booster?
Should I name them?
Sure. Yeah,
No.
I don't know. You're being kind of whiny.
Who?
Oh, I don't know. Let me think about it. You might want to ignite something while you do it.
Oh, I don't even know what that means. Thunder, you're supposed to be helping me. You're here to protect me. What are you doing?
Why would he
I'm
protect
talking.
you?
I'm talking to my wife. She's far more important.
That's
Is it about your
fair.
fucking socks again, or?
Yeah. Oh my God, the socks are back.
No,
Meat
the
Grill
socks
King
are actually
83.
right to my
That's a cool
left.
name too.
What
Yeah.
happened to the socks? Whoa! I missed an inside joke.
Yes, you did, man. You did. That was hilarious. We were in a very serious conversation, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he's got these fucking number socks or something like that.
You and your fucking socks.
It was
You don't
horrible.
understand.
Oh, by the way, bad word warning. This show's not for kids. Apologize. We usually try to keep that on the DNQFE. Anyway,
But that's too funny. It was too funny to
it was
pass up.
funny. It was, yeah.
I'm gonna have
Well,
to go. No, yesterday was that yesterday?
yeah.
All right, I'll go back and watch it.
Yeah. Actually, you
Yeah,
should.
you're gonna watch the whole show.
Well, actually, I
also-
shouldn't give my opinion because I'm rather biased. But Thunder, I thought that was a really good show yesterday. What would you think?
It was. It actually
Yeah, it
was.
was good. It was good. It was very good.
It was to the point. It was informative. We got through it pretty well without incident.
Yeah. Cool. Rock on. Yeah,
It was because I wasn't there to interrupt and make things completely go off the rails.
Yeah, you weren't there. That's what it is.
That's
Yeah.
what it was.
Yeah, that was, and Sheldon is throwing absolute laser darts. Thundara was upset. Socks fell out of his pants. Wow.
Mm.
I'm not even. I'm gonna break.
Why were
Sheldon's
there
heart real
socks
quick.
in your pants?
I'm gonna break his heart real quick. I'm not even wearing pants.
Oh, spicy.
Nice.
Wow.
That's a spicy
That's
meatball. Well, Zach,
All
you
he's
don't
got is
understand
his
socks in
kilt
the
on.
pants?
No, I understand why, but I don't want to admit why.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Hi, wife.
I was just kind of worried it kind of maybe skipped a generation or something. I don't know.
No.
But, you know.
But my wife is right there, so let's just move on.
Well, then she
All
will
right, let's
defend
not
you
bully the wife.
and your honor, will she not?
No, not at all. She'll throw me straight under that bus.
What?
Oh boy.
See, this is the problem these days. You guys got to marry
Yeah, why don't
these.
you come tell him? Come and tell him what kind of wife you are. What kind of relationship we have.
Oh my God.
Tell the world how much of a bitch you are.
Oh my God. I feel like Dr. Phil. What happened?
Hold on. Here we go. Wait.
No.
Okay, go
No,
ahead.
no, no.
The kind of relationship we have.
Should we talk real quick, guys?
Yeah, go ahead.
Huh?
Wait, why is it not coming out of the speakers?
I heard her.
Hey, hi.
Hi.
Here.
We heard you were bullying your
Howdy,
husband.
howdy, howdy.
We're here to defend his honor.
Okay. Want to know what kind of relationship we have?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then that means you want to know who wears the pants in the family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Me.
All right.
All right,
well,
Zach, you need to get out of there, buddy. I'm
that's too
sorry.
bad,
Oh,
man.
boy, man.
Sad. I kind of
Oh,
liked
man.
it
Jeez,
too.
Miss Sandry.
This is
That's
horrible.
not good. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just awful.
Sad.
We cannot abide this.
Mm.
We must defend our friend.
I have to say though,
It's
Zach,
too late, she
your
ran
wife
away.
your wife's got
Ah.
a sexy voice, dude.
Yeah. Yes.
And that
Oh, well.
is
I
that
see. That's why
she
you
wears
put
the
up with
pants?
her.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. And other things, but
Oh my!
There you go.
All right, let's do this. Let's have a
Obviously-
whole show devoted to his wife. Let's go.
Yeah, let's
no,
do
we
it.
just need to have the wives come on and we'll just moderate.
Oh my
you
God,
don't want
dude.
that. You don't want that.
My
No,
wife
that'd be
would
Oh,
be
bad.
yeah,
saying
I'll
bad
go-
things
yeah.
in foreign languages. You don't want
No,
that at all.
Booster, you
I'll
could
go
just
get
be-
my wife.
No, Booster, you have Greta or whatever her name was.
Hello,
Remember?
it's just me, Greta. How are you?
There you
I'm
go.
filling in for Booster, my husband. Very good
Oh
lover.
God,
big
we know
penis.
your wife
There we
wouldn't sound
go.
like that at all. What are you talking about? Your wife is going to be, hey, my name's Bertha.
Booster, are you done streaming? You must make love to me again. No, please, not again. I demand.
Oh no!
I demand satisfaction
Oh,
from you, wee man.
God.
There is. I don't think there is a God, Chester.
No, there isn't, dude. Not at all. But what I'm going to do, however, is I am going to share here, and we're going to start doing some news. Although, fair warning, everybody, today, this just not a lot of happy news, man. I don't know what's wrong with the world, but we'll try to have a laugh at it. How about that?
We'll
Anyway,
try.
I put it up there. It seems to be working today, which is nice, but you guys can watch that, and I
There
will
we
bring
go.
up the main screen for everybody. Now, this is kind of funny. Booster, go ahead.
Oh no. Sega removes Rising Sun Sonic the Hedgehog hoodie from online store after causing offense to Korean fans.
Okay,
Oh
now
my god.
look at this image of this this pullover, this hoodie, and tell
Tails!
me
It's cute!
it is Tails, and it actually says Teiruzu in katakana.
Yes,
So
it
there you go. So tell me what's wrong with this picture? Why are the Koreans upset? Go ahead, tell me.
Well, I saw some idiots on Twitter liken it to the swastika somehow.
Yeah. Of course, they're upset about the war flag imagery of the bursting sun in the background. But here's the thing. You know how in the West, it's generally good advice to never apologize to an SJW? It's kind of like standard knowledge, right? Everybody knows this, right? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, understand that the Koreans are the SJWs of Asia. Yeah, just understand that. They bitch about everything all the time. All the time. They never shut up. Them and their horribly uncoordinated and loud clothing. Yeah, no, the Koreans, who cares what the Koreans say? And Sega,
That was the
bad.
strangest,
Bad
most
Sega.
specific racism I've ever heard.
Yeah, I'm just
I just
telling
need
you.
to let you know that my wife absolutely loves BTS and she's listening to you guys and she's just trying her best not to scream.
What is BTS?
BTS is one of those boy bands. From
I know,
Korea.
I'm joking. It's one of the Korean boy bands that wears makeup and runs around acting like little girlies. Yeah. Mhm.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. And it's absolutely disgusting trend going on here in Asia. And Korea is the biggest perpetrator of such crime. And there's actually been pushback here in Japan about boys not wearing fucking makeup. Sorry, well, I'm swearing a lot today.
What is
Oh,
the
no.
toxicity, man? It's up.
It is
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
man.
I was trying to talk to him before the stream. Like, what's going on? Are you angry? Having a midlife crisis? Is something going on in life at the moment?
No, I'm happy as hell. Actually, I'm doing really well.
you don't
dude.
sound it.
I'm awesome. No, I don't know. I just it's just one of those days you just got your hairs up and just don't care, which is most days for me, to be fair. But anyway, this is stupid news. It's stupid, and the biggest stupid of it is that Sega freaking removed it. They should have told them that freaking suck off,
off.
bastards. Yeah. But they don't,
mhm.
of course. Okay, the Japanese
I
are always
always hate when
apologize
people
for
back down like
everything,
this.
man.
It's always lame. There you go. See? Someone likened it to the swastika, the rising sun.
And which doesn't make any sense, I guess.
That-
But
Beyond
whatever.
idiotic.
Well, I don't even know why the poor little swastika has been treated so badly anyway. I mean, just take the red border away and you're fine, but you can't even use the thing anymore. So sad.
No.
You know how old the swastika is? Do you realize how many
Very,
freaking
yes.
millennial back you go with the creation of this imagery, and how
Mhm.
how the fact that pretty much every temple or church or synagogue or anything you have anywhere in the world, you're going to find that symbol, but yet we
Yep.
can't use it anymore because of some bad dudes. Really?
Just because of some mustached dickhead, right? Just because of one
Bad dudes. They make me feel
Yeah.
so good.
I'm just saying.
one grumpy failed art student.
We'll think. Yeah, right. We'll think about it like this: if we approached everything like that, whereas some bad person used some symbol, what symbols would we have left? I mean, really, if that's how we approached things.
Just that we can't even do the OK sign anymore because some
Yeah.
people think it's a white supremacist symbol now because they're that stupid.
Are we talking about just the okay, or are we talking about the idiots that put it in front of their eye because they want to be Illuminati? I'm Illuminati.
Either. If you
Either,
just do a
either
little
or.
OK sign, right? Some people believe it's a white power symbol.
Really? How so?
Yes.
How did that
Well,
happen?
because 4chan pranked them into telling them it was a white power symbol, and they ran with it. And then when everyone was like, "Wait, no, it was just a prank. You're an idiot," they doubled down.
Well, to be fair, it is kind of lame. We just kind of like give them the thumbs up. So it's really better. But yeah, no, typical nonsense. Oh, look, there's a American ship there with a flag, and the Japanese still use it. No, maybe it's because it's the flag of the military. You dumbasses. But whatever. This goes on and on and on. It's just stupid. But the thing I'm telling you, because you guys don't live over here, is the Koreans never shut up. They never shut up. Now, are there good Korean people? Sure, of course there are.
You got
just
a
like
bit of
everywhere
Korean
else.
in you.
No, God, no. But I mean, they literally never shut up. There's a very high percentage of Korean society that just doesn't shut up, and the rest of them, I don't know what they think about it because they're clearly not standing up and telling them to shut up. But the Koreans are always whining about something. They're constantly whining at all times, dude. I mean, at least the
That's our
Chinese
show.
are just. Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. That's fair enough. All right, yay, Korea! Korean gay bands with their makeup and yay, Zach's wife likes gay Korean boys. Why?
I think I would support a Japanese record.
Say that
Okay.
In
again.
its
Getting
entirety.
Say that again. Thundero, you were breaking up.
I think he died forever.
He did.
He
did
went
die, didn't
away.
he? Oh well.
He went away.
So-
There, can you hear me now?
Yes, I
I
can
can,
hear
yeah.
you. Yes.
Okay, I said I would support a Japanese reclamation of the Korean Peninsula in its entirety.
Oh well, that's fair enough.
Whew.
Yeah, they'd probably be better
That's
off.
spicy.
Let's see. Tank Ferret is trying to edumacate me. He says Chester is a patty mouth. I do apologize for that. I don't know where that's coming from. He says that Chester,
Yeah, angry.
remember that SJWs have been taught history as a series of memes. It's fair. Yeah, it's fair. But it's just silly to me. Who cares, man? But really, the real villain in all of this is actually Sega, and not because they did it, but because they removed it. They shouldn't have. When are they going to learn? Do not listen to these people. Japan is way too soft, man. They get pushed around all the time. It irritates the hell out of me. Just tell China and Korea to literally just F off. Literally, because the Chinese aren't going to do anything about it anyway. They're just trying to get political or economic standing. And the Koreans, to give them 5 seconds, and they're going to be whining about something else anyway. So, I mean, I don't know why Japan just can't take a stand and show, grow a little balls, freaking Japan. Anyway, poor Tails.
You done? You good?
I'm
You good?
good. Anybody
You good?
else?
I'm good.
Okay. No one
Yeah.
cares. No one
Okay.
cares. All right.
No one cares.
Moving on. Uh-oh.
Moving on.
Why are we still in Asia? We're gonna stay
A
here
report.
too.
Valve stealth launches alpha test version of censored Steam client in China.
Wow. Now,
What are we
China.
doing there?
well, they're just like everyone else. They're kowtowing to the CCP, and they're adjusting their Steam thing so it makes sure it doesn't show anything particularly offensive to the Chinese people. Of course, the Chinese don't care; it's the government. But yeah, it's just more censorship, is what this is. And it's interesting to me how many Western companies and businesses are happy to censor themselves, particularly the American ones, right?
Yes, master. Don't like my rights, master.
Well, Thundero, would you like to educate these people on exactly what an American thinks about that?
Every one of those companies should be disbarred from doing business in the United States of America.
Damn right.
Yep.
Right.
They
And
can set
their
up somewhere. They can
executives
set up
should be
shop
tried.
somewhere else.
Yeah.
All their executives should be tried for treason. Everybody on their board.
Oh wow. Now he's getting extreme now, Booster. Uh-oh.
Woo, woo, spicy.
Spicy.
Oh man.
But I mean, it's just more of this typical nonsense. Do I really care? No, but it's just more of the nonsense. It shows you exactly what they're willing to do. They have it has nothing to do with pride. It has nothing to do with craftsmanship or professionalism. It's all about the money, baby. It's all about the dollar bills, y'all. Yeah, did you like that, Booster? That was very hoodie of me.
That was quite
You're
hood of
so
you.
urban,
I
Chester.
went
That was
ghetto.
I thought you were black for a whole minute.
Half a
then I went,
second.
wait a
Yeah,
minute.
okay.
Chester doesn't like the blacks, so
What are you talking about? What is that? Yeah, what do you? God, these Kiwis, man. But no, I mean it's just typical. But the thing is, though, I'm telling you, after this all rolls down, China's going to be in serious hurt financially, particularly. I don't know if it'll come to blows or there'll be any actual kind of military action. I don't know about that. But there's going to be economic sanctions against China in absolute epic proportions, dude. And they know it too. So I'm curious. What do you think's going to happen with China? Well, not we know what's going to happen with China, but what do you think China's response will be?
We did nothing wrong.
That's
First,
fair.
they'll lie, which is always their first response.
Oh,
is
they're
to
on
lie.
that
Even when it's
already.
something that shows them in good light, they still lie about it by pretending it's more than it is. And then, if that doesn't work and they can't maintain stability, which a lot of political theorists and forecasters are saying they probably won't through this decade, if they somehow manage to do that, then they're going to get aggressive. And they've already been expanding, like colonizing Africa, and huge swaths of it are under Chinese control. They've effectively colonized the west coast of parts of Canada and
America too. Yeah.
So they'll get virulently aggressive. Do not forget that the second most common form of terrorism in the world is communism.
Oh yeah.
Communist terrorists are the second most common behind Islamic terrorists, And there's been a little bit of a lull in that the last few years, especially in the West. But I think if China's on the ropes, you'll see a lot of it.
Yeah, and of course the Irish terrorists are way down the list, but they're right, so it's kind of different. But anyway, China will be walk away clean like Obama be. Yeah, probably, dude. Who knows? These idiots. But I mean, come on. We knew Obama wasn't going to have anything fall on him anyway, guys. You knew there's no way.
You can hope.
You
We
can
could
hope,
hope.
I guess, but you knew that wasn't going to happen. My real
They're probably gonna
question
just
in
dump
that,
everything on Biden and just leave him be like, no, he's not mentally stable.
yeah, it's
So he'll
sad,
just
dude.
end up in an old person home for the rest of his life.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. But the thing with it is, though, with that statement there and that topic, do you think Comey will survive this?
I hope not.
I think he's the one hanging out in the front the most, really. He might be the sacrificial goat.
I
Well,
think
no, he
people
did make
need
a
to
bad
hang.
choice.
Well, it is treasonous action, and America does have the stiffest penalty for such things. But I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. I have a feeling that the government is exactly what we think it is. I don't think it's better. I mean, Barr is definitely investigating things he's supposed to, but in the end, I don't think he's going to cross that line, right? But anyway, we're talking about China and Steam, and it's like, yeah,
China.
whatever, guys. Just more of the same nonsense, really. But I don't know. Well, let's ask. We know this is being done for money, but let me ask a different question before I move on to the next article. Is it the right of each country to be able to set their own internet laws individually? The 195 acknowledged countries on the planet. Is it their right to be able to set their own internet rules, or should the internet be completely unfettered?
Probably be a little
Preferably.
fettered. The internet is
Preferably
very
unfettered.
wild.
Well,
But
I mean, how are you going to stop a country from,
can't.
monitoring its incoming traffic? I
It's
mean, you
just
can
the
try,
methods used to censor the internet is just
but I don't
well,
think our country should follow the edicts of China or any other place. I mean, we should follow our edicts, and I personally think what our companies do should be beholden still to the laws of the land, and so they shouldn't be censorious in the manner that they are being.
Yeah, well,
And
you saw that ruling that happened last year, end of last year, this year, where they said that the court said that companies cannot be held under the auspices of the First Amendment because they are private businesses. And I just balked at it. I was like, "Are you kidding me? That's the whole freaking point.
that's
Everyone
right.
falls
think,
under the auspices of the Bill of Rights. What the hell?"
but here's the problem, though: that these big tech companies and their social platforms need to be forced either to be a publisher or a platform, like like telephone company.
Mm.
Like people use that, and they don't, and like the telephone company did not get held responsible for communications that were illicit or criminal or whatever, because they were providing a platform. But publishers are responsible for whatever communication they put out, and if that is the case, then somewhere like Twitter or YouTube or wherever need to be either a publisher, and so they're held responsible for everything, or they're a platform and they're not held responsible for anything, and then they cannot hold tight control over that because they're a communications platform.
Yeah. No, I understand that. And I understand DeWolf's point here, too, where he says private entities can determine how speech is used, but the government cannot. I understand your point, but I'm saying it's wrong. The First
Correct.
Amendment is not limited based upon the privacy or the publicness of the thing.
Mhm.
It is a open rule. It is something that should affect everyone. That's my opinion.
yeah,
But then again,
tyranny's
Well, and
okay
if
when
something
companies
becomes
do it, apparently.
yeah.
if something becomes a digital public square, you can't have a form of police going around and whacking people on the head because they said the wrong thing.
Exactly. And of
That's
course,
what essentially they're doing.
Yeah, and this leans into the whole Google conversation. But keep in mind that in America, it's not the first time this kind of thing happened. We've had many times in America where free speech has been brutalized both by Democrats and Republicans. Keep that in mind, although it's mainly Democrats. But also just the existence of the FDA itself. I mean, putting
Yeah.
a warning on something that says, "Okay, this is for adults," I have no problem with that. But the airwaves, which of course has gone digital now, but the airwaves were completely policed, and the free speech was stomped upon for decades. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Back to what you asked about should
Yeah, I
each
understand.
be allowed to set their own rules for the internet? Absolutely, they should.
Well,
However, they
I
should
mean,
not be allowed to in any way affect the people of other nations.
that's
So
so,
fair.
but
it's
when
very
it comes to
easy.
like,
Hang on a sec, Slick. This is very
yeah,
easy to track. We know where everybody comes from. I mean, unless you're using a VPN, but even still, the government can figure it out. It's very easy to track. China knows if a foreign national or a foreign person interacts with a Chinese website. We know it. It's not hard to find out. You think you're anonymous online, you're not. There's very little anonymity left in the world. So it would be very easy to establish an international law that says, yes, each nation is sovereign to their people in their borders when it comes to the internet. However, as the global marketplace as a whole, they are not, and they would have to abide by whatever the Internet Bill of Rights would be for the globe. Or they would at least have to not aggress against that person or keep them off of their sites. So basically, if you go to YouTube, some videos aren't available in certain regions. Yeah. You
Yeah,
could do the same thing, and they do the same thing with other websites. So if China wants control of the internet in their country, okay, that's fine. But no one should be able to enter into a Chinese website from outside that might be subject to their ridiculous rules.
I agree with. Go ahead, Slick.
So what you're
so I
saying
mean,
is no one should be held accountable for going from one country going to another country by the laws of who they enter into on the internet.
Yeah. Well, I
But
mean,
what I
each
was
country
saying
should be able
about,
to set their own rules. I agree. I would rather see the internet completely free, but I agree with Thundera on that. They should have the right to follow their own laws. Yeah.
okay, what I was going to say is that you talked about the censorship that took place on television and radio
Yeah.
in the past,
Still
century and
happens.
so forth.
Yeah.
However, well, that falls under the same idea of they are publishers, they publish material, and then so whatever gets said, they are liable for, and so it's that's where they're publishers.
Yeah.
As opposed to just a platform, like say a public utility. Now, I personally think the internet is more the public utility than a public utility,
I agree.
thus a platform than a publisher, and that has to be delineated. And we haven't gone and done it like law wise.
Well,
See,
the problem is like at what level do you become a platform versus a utility? So if I create a website and I provide the same services as YouTube, am I a platform or am I a utility until I reach a certain amount of participants, a certain amount of hits?
I
Or
personally think that it has to do with any sort of communication. They'll have to set up, okay, we are a publisher or we're a platform. Now, if they're a publisher, then they become liable for a lot of things. And that means they have to they have to hold super tight reins, far more tight than any a platform currently does. They're
Well, and
riding
I
the line right now. That's the
oh
problem.
yeah, and I totally agree with you. I'm just being devil's advocate because it's like that's what they're doing.
Oh, stop it!
They're oh, you cunt. But they're riding the line like a donkey at a strip show, man. I mean, it's just like
Oh.
I mean, they are.
Sounds like a good time. Yeah.
They're pumping it like crazy and
Yeah.
pushing the envelope, but yet they're never going to be arrested. You know,
No,
because they're never.
Well,
gonna
that's what I'm
actually-
saying.
They're,
There
ne-
has to be
they're like, we'll never show penetration, but they are penetrating all the time.
Wow. Bill.
well, and that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
There needs to be. I mean, analogy aside, there needs to be some laws set down,
I'm wondering about
legislation that says you either choose this side or that side. There is no straddling of it, because otherwise you
Straddling
constrain
now.
What's up with the
you're
sexual
censoring
references?
free speech, or you're
Jimmy's a
allowing.
cow. Well, Jimmy's a cowboy, so he definitely straddles the
Uh,
line.
yeah, I'm a
Okay,
cowboy
hold on a
on
second.
a
Hold
steel
on a
horse.
second.
I ride.
Oh no! Don't you dare do that, Zach. Go ahead, dude. Zach.
Wah, wah,
No.
dead air.
Cause I'm wanted, dead or
I
alive.
swear to God. I swear
Hi,
to
Bill.
God, Slick.
How you doing?
Go ahead, Zach. You
I
wanted
haven't
to
talked
say
to you in
something?
forever, buddy.
Yep.
No, I don't want it. No.
Where's
I'm
my
not gonna-
Goma? Where's my Goma?
All right, fine. All right.
Oh, God.
Let me move
Oh
off the
God!
subject.
Actually, did you see what the print you're gonna get? Did you see it?
No, I just dropped the money and ran, dude, waiting for it to show up. I had some expendable dinero, so I had dropped them in your
You know what?
account, man.
I am very grateful. Thank you so much, Bill.
I'm looking for. I know it's gonna be a great product, dude.
All right,
It
no,
looks-
Nick's
it looks
right.
beautiful,
Hold
man.
on a
It looks
second.
beautiful.
Okay,
Oh, wait a second. I'm sorry. I was talking about comic books for a second.
Beautiful.
I know. I'm trying to move on. Thank you very much. And DeWolf, you can go anywhere on public property, but private property is trespassing. Yes, but I can stand on one side of the fence and I can yell at them for probably be a polyester wearing suit bastard if I'd like.
Mhm,
Anyway, moving on.
Private property is only trespassing if it's posted
Unless
as
they're
private property.
Chinese,
All right.
yell at the
Yell at Chinese, exactly.
no
All right.
matter what country they're in.
Booster, read.
Twitter art critics accuse artists of whitewashing Sailor
White-
Moon, praise diverse variations in the Sailor Moon redraw challenge. This is retarded. Move on. I know.
No,
No, don't entertain.
no.
Please don't entertain this, please.
no,
Isn't Sailor
Just
Moon
move
white?
on. Just move on.
no. I'm just looking at this
No, she's
white.
obviously not white
blonde,
because she was made by
blue-eyed.
Japanese pizza.
Mhm.
Take down.
Pizzles?
It's pizzles. It's
Cool.
it's like a
Ooh,
mixture
that
of
one's
people
pretty
and
good.
pixels.
Look at that one. That's pretty good. I like that one.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, no,
That-
I always love the fact, and we can move on. We don't have to really stay on this one, but I
Not
always
say
love the
long.
fact how so many Western people have an opinion about what the Japanese should think. You know, you ever notice that?
Sailor
Very
Moon
loud.
are very, very white.
Isn't that like the ultimate cultural appropriation, though? Assuming
Yeah.
the
So-
opinion of a culture and a people.
Yeah.
I think Sailor Moon's the ultimate in cultural appreciation because she is like the uber mesh.
So are you
Yeah.
saying that if you don't
Yeah.
think Sailor Moon is white, you ain't Jap?
Well,
I
she's
guess
definitely
so.
Aryan. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Good job,
Well,
Booster Biden. Good job.
Yeah, well, the Japanese will do a lot of things with Western people in their anime because it's exotic and interesting to them, right? They'll also do a lot of things with hair color and eye size because it's part of their culture. It denotes the importance of the character. If you see
No,
a
I get
character
it.
that has big eyes and white hair, for instance, that is the ultimate uber of the thing. It's kind of a meme here that if you're reading a manga, which of course that isn't in color, that helps. But when it comes to the anime, and as soon as you see the white-haired person somewhere in the background, you know automatically that's either the ultimate good guy or the ultimate bad guy. It's like a meme.
But you know,
here.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're playing with the color expression of the media. You know, white is the ultimate like eye catcher, ultimate like washout. It definitely draws your attention. But I
Yeah,
think
I
there's
know, I
also a
love
fetish to it
whites,
too. You know, I mean, like I love drawing thick Hispanic women. Bam. Something wrong with that? No. I were
Bullet says
Japanese. I
not.
think,
Go ahead.
no, it's okay. I'll stop there
All
before
right,
I get banned from the internet.
Oh
the
well,
Chinese.
join the group. Bullet says, nah, Chester, Disney is why anime manga have big eyes. That might be true. Going back to the original Inception, that might be true. Yeah, sure. But is it though? I understand your point because I've seen that documentary too, and I think there's probably some validity to it. But you also have to keep in mind that culturally in Asia, the bigger your eye, the more attractive supposedly you are. And you see a lot of Asian girls, not here in Japan it's done, but it's a lower percentage.
Oh my
But you see it all across Asia, particularly in China and
Have
Korea.
you seen my eyes?
It-
I will kill in Japan.
Oh Jesus Christ! But anyway, they actually will get the surgery where they actually cut the muscle on the side of the eye so it pops the eye open.
Ouch.
And it's a cultural thing as well, though. And yeah,
I
they
have
look
a
like aliens.
big,
It's creepy
pretty
as hell,
eyes.
dude.
All you need to do is look like Booster and be like that. I'm so hungry, I need food, and I've been starved for years. And
Yeah.
all,
Yeah.
all of a sudden, you
Well,
are
I have-
sex.
Booster has
do-
never been
I
starved
do
for
have
food.
big puppy eyes.
Well, that's nice, but the fact that you look
no
like a
accuse me of
foot is
starving.
probably the problem. Just so you know. Oh,
So
Too
I have a question
too rough.
can I ask a question of Chester?
Yeah.
I've seen woodcut, before kind of the advent of certain tropes in Japan, where the eyes of the Japanese in what I've seen seem to have been quite small in comparison to other features. Now I'm talking back like over 100 years ago, 120.
Well,
30.
because back in those days,
When did that?
that's the way it was.
Well, when did it change? The big eyes have become
Well, it's
dominant.
probably right. It probably has something to do with Disney. I wouldn't be surprised. And like I said, I saw the documentary on that as well. It's probably true. But it's definitely the way it is.
Well, I mean,
Hmm.
it's just as similar as the cycles that we have in our society, where it's very conservative dress to slutty dress to conservative dress to slutty. Things change back and forth. As far as like in the 80s, it was tight fuzzy sweaters, and then you go to year 2000, it's like don't wear anything but thongs and tattoo your face and you look hot. So it changes.
And Clownfish TV covered Japanese social media is upset with progressive Westerners. Why, Chester? Why? No, of course they are. They can't stand this nonsense. And the Chinese actually made up a word for these idiots in the West, dude. The Asians just kind of point at us and laugh, but they do that all the time anyway. To be honest with you, but look,
Is the word Karen? The word?
no, it's not. But
Is
look
it
at this guy.
Karen-
Look at this guy,
Karen
Grant, and with his no shirt. This is the best version, Silver Joe, because Sailor Moon is an anime character, and anime has Japanese origins, so she should look Japanese or Asian. Well, why don't you ask the creator of that, you dumbass? First of all, you made her Asian, and they didn't. The creator of Sailor Moon didn't make her look Asian at all, intentionally, by the way. So you wouldn't made her look Asian, which is the Japanese would balk at that. They were like, "What the hell are you doing?" And then this right here, this would get you in trouble. I think people might actually throw a punch at you for this. I mean, you don't mess with Sailor Moon. I mean, that's like taking freaking Mickey Mouse and making him a white spotted mouse or something. I was like, what? Or turning
Like
him
a mus-
into Jethro or something. I mean, what the hell?
That's like a
Or making him a
mustachioed.
gerbil and sticking him up, somewhere.
Oh gosh.
No, I was going to say it's like a mustachioed critic in a spa, casting dispersions at a childhood cartoon.
Yeah, no, it's well, like She-Ra. Yeah, there's dispersions for you. But yeah, no, this is insane, and the Japanese do not appreciate it. They certainly don't, nor do anybody else over here. But that's the one thing I can say that's really good about Asia. They don't. Yeah, I know it's stupid.
No,
They don't.
God.
They don't buy into this progressive politics stuff at all. So.
Well, I'm glad there's at least one portion of the world.
Oh, there's a
That
lot
I
of
know of.
places. I mean, there's places where if you're all of these real popular trend of the lesbian Muslim girls with hijabs on their head. I really wish they'd go to like Yemen or something
yeah.
like that. That would be wonderful. Go over there and test that out. Go ahead.
Yes, they would definitely shave their lesbianism off.
I knew I could fly. Was that too soon? Was that too soon?
Nope.
Oh my
That was timing was.
How dare you sing that
golden.
song, Chester?
It's
Leave
so
the
stupid,
wings.
man. It's so stupid.
I could fly.
Of course, this isn't whitewashing anyway. This is, oh my God, Asian watching.
Got the woo?
No, coffee.
That
Wrong.
would be considered yellow washing.
Exactly. Okay, I'm better now. Chester is talking about She-Ra, or Noelle Stevenson's cartoon created by Noelle Stevenson for Noelle Stevenson, where she made herself She-Ra, a young 12-year-old lesbian who's trying to find her sexuality in the world. Yep. Pedophiles.
What offends me the most is the fact that Noelle dried herself in.
Oh, she
blonde
did.
hair.
Yeah.
Oh, did she? Oh, what do you know? Surprise! Surprise! Surprise!
Yellow washing, you'll never get those stains out. But that's exactly what this is, though.
Oh,
It's so stupid. Why don't you? I really wish they would stop telling the Japanese how they're supposed to think. I mean, get your own damn life. God, moving on.
Quit telling me how to think, fuckers. I'm sick of these.
Exactly. Booster, read something.
Well, AT&T and David Ayer respond to Twitter calling for the release of the David Ayer cut?
Ayer.
Ayer, what kind of name is Ayer? I don't like it. Of Suicide Squad.
What does it matter?
I'd be interested.
I mean, no shit, Zach. It's like
Yeah.
go take your 5G and shove it up your next article. Sorry.
Well, you know,
I would be interested. I don't know if it would save the movie at all, but it
Well,
would probably make the editing a lot
now
less
Booster,
atrocious.
you're not allowed to have that opinion.
Oh, my apologies.
Yeah, you're already
You're
kind of
not
knocking on the
evident.
Schneider cut, and you had a very good point of why it's not a good idea. It's the same thing here. The reason I put this up is because we're getting a lot of talk about this stuff. They're actually talking about doing freaking Feig's 4.5-hour Ghostbusters
But
shenanigans.
what is the deal? What is the deal? What is this whole entire? It started with the Snyder cut where they were like fans demand the Snyder cut, whatever, and now it's like everything's like, well, we're gonna release this cut and this cut. In the past like just 2 weeks, I've heard about 3 this cut.
Yeah, no, it's desperation.
Like it's gonna
from,
make a difference.
It's desperation
Like,
for
even the
money.
Snyder cut.
Yeah.
Even the Snyder cut.
It is.
Well, see, that's because Snyder's ahead. The reason I reckon this one could be different is because the people who slopped together the Suicide Squad movie, right? They were the people that edited together the trailer for the successful Suicide Squad trailer, right? They slopped together that, and that's why that movie feels like such an ADHD freaking acid trip, right?
No,
So
yeah, I mean,
they put this movie together a bit more competently, maybe it'd be a different, decent movie. Who knows?
Dude,
Probably.
no, I mean,
dude,
Booster,
Joker
I
is a
appreciate what you're
freaking
doing.
drug lord. They have
And
a
you know what?
street
With
level
editing, cut 'em out.
team that is fighting a goddess. It's dumb, dude. The whole premise is dumb. That you can't
Well,
save that.
Well, and I can appreciate where Booster's coming
Yeah.
from because he wants to see a better film, but unfortunately, it's not there.
No,
It's not.
I don't care if they do a cut. Anyway, even like Ghostbusters. Let Paul Feig do his 4.5-hour cut and see what happens. It may be a masterpiece. I doubt it. But
No,
I mean,
there's
at
no
least you have
masterpiece.
something. At least there'll be cringe out there to make fun of.
Okay.
I think DeWolf is exactly hitting it on the head. That's exactly what I was going to get at. Is
I
how
agree.
about making a good movie cut to begin with?
Yeah.
That's the whole
Now
point.
you're asking
This
too
is
much.
all these.
Well,
all these.
I don't have a problem with that
director-
either. I mean,
all
you
these
look at the
director cuts.
cuts have been done. Look at the cuts that have been done by fans. Fan recuts of movies over the years, and a lot of them are great. Much better, and I think, than the original movies that they attempted to redo.
That
Now,
is
what I'm saying is, if somebody can craft a good editor can actually recraft a movie to make it far better than what it would have been if somebody in their inexpert hands did that. And I think in the last few years, a lot of films have been in people who do not know how to pace films, and it would be nice. I would love to see some re-edits to see how it comes out.
Well,
I would myself.
In fairness,
but-
in certain movies, like maybe this one here, that maybe there's some saving that could be done. But within the inception of this conversation, that's of course the Schneider cut. The problem you have, there is no Schneider cut. There is no movie. It's all dumb. They literally
Well,
will have to go back and do reshoots in order to make that.
Well,
This is
That's
a
the whole
fact.
point. That's the
Maybe they
whole
can
thing I
fix
was
that
getting at.
mustache bullshit.
Well,
The
you
whole
should
thing I
have
was
heard.
getting at.
Oh, go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead. No, Zach, go ahead, man.
Well, earlier on the art stream, they were speculating about it, and what they came to the conclusion is because
They'll
they're tuning in on
pontificate.
the HBO, that whatever thing they're trying to promote is that they're probably going to make it a series
Ugh.
instead, to help promote it and like use like footage and like elongate it to the point where it's a series.
God, I think I just.
Well, see, now that might be a solution because, like I said, there is no Schneider cut. And if they make a new series and they kind of take some things and throw it on top, that actually might work. Yeah.
Well, the whole thing that gets me is like, we couldn't make the movie right the first time, so we're gonna keep selling all this like freaking existential crap
Yeah.
to try and gouge you guys for another $40, 20, 40, 60, $80 for something that you still will never get that, what's the French word for satisfaction for visualization? Yeah, I can't grasp it.
Je ne sais quoi.
Je ne sais
Thank
quoi.
you. You'll never get that from our movies, but we're going to try and string you along like a heroin addict in Times Square. Thank you very much. Can't make a good movie, but we will definitely make a great piece.
Wow.
What the
Anyway,
hell? What the hell is that all about? Really? I mean, come on, just make a damn movie.
well, they're having a lot of trouble, clearly. Nick C says AT&T took out another $5 billion loan, money well spent. Well, yeah, they all are. Disney took, do you see that huge, was it $80 million or something like that, went to Planned Parenthood out of the fund that was for small businesses? Now, I would love for
Mhm.
someone to explain to me how a government subsidized private business is considered small business.
Well, have you ever seen a fetus? They're tiny.
Oh, Jesus, Bill.
Oh,
Swear
no.
to God, dude.
Wow.
Thundero, he must be
Wow.
judged. Judge him, please.
I mean, come on, I'm a Christian, dude, and I hate these.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. But
Judged.
thank you. Although
You can
Oh,
go back in. I just
dude.
kicked him while he's doing
Yeah.
reconnect.
in this whole
Oh.
conversation, though, I could care less about
I don't
these
think
two
he's gonna
dudes that
come
are.
back in.
I care less about these two guys that are sitting there. I don't care. But Margot Robbie's got my attention, full attention, I must say.
Yeah, but she will never wear clothes like that again because
Damn.
of feminism.
We can clip it out and put it on the wall?
She'll do what her masters tell her to do and shut her
course.
pretty little mouth.
Of course
Yeah,
you will.
that's true.
Yeah, they all will, and as they should.
Her shelf life's coming up though. I tell you what.
No, that's really unfortunate. She is clearly very Scandinavian, but her age is hitting her fast and hard, dude. Because she is actually fairly young still, but her age is just slammed on her hard. It's too bad, dude. It's a shame. I mean, what are you gonna do, though? I guess. Yeah. But
Stay out of the sun a little bit.
maybe, I don't know. Some women just age quick, dude. Some don't. I mean, it's. I mean, there's plenty of examples of Scandinavian women that just stay beautiful forever. But unfortunately, she's not that. It's really sad to me because I noticed
It
it
is.
with the I Tanya thing, and it's a shame because she's a passable actress. She can do the job, and she's very attractive, and she seems kind of fun. She doesn't seem to be as just out of her mind crazy like so many of them are. It's a shame, because Hollywood. I mean, I don't care personally, because she get a little older. I'm all right. I'm an older guy myself, but Hollywood cares. I mean, for all their talk, they definitely care, right? And Nick says, "Hey, Chester, yes, Nick, I'm waiting."
Well, what's up
Yes,
the whole
Nick.
stream waiting for you, Nick?
All right, here, moving
Yeah,
on.
man.
Oh my God, the news just
We'll turn
gets
this stream
worse.
around
It
if
gets
you
worse.
don't behave.
It gets worse. This is going to absolutely irritate the hell out of everybody here. It is going to piss you off to the 9th frickin' degree. I do apologize. Booster.
So what are we doing? We got a Disney rewrites the Battle of Hoth for Star Wars Episode 5,
So,
The Empire
what?
Strikes Back 40th anniversary celebration.
Are they turning Hoth black?
Oh no, dude, it's really bad. It's really, really bad. You guys ready for this? Are you ready for
What are they
this?
doing?
Oh boy, here we go.
What happened over at EVS's stream? I don't know. Go ask the several thousand are over there watching it, I would assume. Not everyone could be Catherine Zeta-Jones. That's fair enough, DeWolf. But and her Welch self. All right, here we go. Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. Disney Star Wars is dumb. That's a nice way to start the conversation. All right, what they've done is they have Star Wars Kids released the first 4 parts. They're doing the Battle of Hoth. They're kind of doing it in this Rebels type of style, right? And which okay, fine, right? But look and see what they've done with this. Watch this. The short begins, and you guys can go watch this if you'd like. I don't suggest it, but the short begins with a voiceover. The Empire Strikes Back as Darth Vader leads an attack against Leia's rebels on Hoth. Leia's rebels? This is the Empire Strikes Back, right?
It's her
no,
rebels.
no, look at what they've done here. The first scene sees a rebel soldier then tell Leia, "General, there's a fleet of Star Destroyers coming out of hyperspace in Sector 4." She was not General at that time. She was
She was not.
Princess, right? But of course, now she's a general. It's risky, but we can't hold out much longer. So they have made her the boss, right? And we
I
know,
hate woman
well,
bosses.
they took out General Rikin completely. That's the guy who was actually told about the attack, and he starts to organize their response. But he's gone. He doesn't even exist now. He's completely removed. This fella right here, right? Well, I'd have to show the scene, but you've seen the movie. You know who I'm talking about. And of course, he says, "Reroute all power to energy shields. Got to hold them until all transports are away." Right? Well, now that's Leia. Leia's on that, right? But he's completely removed here. They've also made other changes. In short, it shows Vader and his stormtroopers firing upon the Millennium Falcon first before Han activates the ship's guns. In Empire Strikes Back, he actually activates the Millennium Falcon's weaponry first. In fact, he takes out the Imperial soldiers before they can set up their heavy weaponry. Cool scene, right? They changed it for some. I don't even know why they did that one. This one is great. They basically have a scene where where Han comes up to her on Hoth, and he touches her on the arm, and he's like, "We gotta go." Right? Well, now they've changed it where he's come up, grabbing her by the arm, jerking her along. She's fighting, says, "No, I can't go." She's fighting against him. He's this big man, just dominating her and making her do something against her will is what they're showing. And of course, that's not what happened in the movie at all. So Han Solo's a misogynist, I guess. Okay. Let's see. That's that whole section.
Well, that's redundant. All men are misogynists.
Right, I guess.
Obviously.
They also have this where the new forces of adventure comes after Alphabet Squadron had resistant pilots Chasn Chaddick claim that Luke Skywalker's heroics in the Battle of Yavin are essentially meaningless and that the rebellion's true hero was Jyn Erso. Okay, so Luke Skywalker blowing up the Death Star is less important than Erso dying on a planet? Really? Okay, that's nice. And let's see, revealed one of the publication's initiative main characters. Avar Kriss is the brightest, most noble example of Jedihood, and of course, in the history, right? And of course, this is talking about a time when Jedi was around. The Jedi we all know. Frickin' Yoda. Yeah, all right, fine. Let's see here. Disney's season 7 of the Clone Wars Bad Batch episode. In the first episode of the season, Disney and Lucasfilm removed the Bad Batch's ship nose art featuring Senator Amidala. Why? Right? And they also remove an execution scene in the background. All right. Well, this is supposed to be for kids, so I don't mind that as much. It looks like Disney, Lucasfilm, and Star Wars are actively working to change the events from the original trilogy and are making those changes in order to downplay or outright erase the series' male characters. Now, and keep in mind, this is full-on propaganda because this is for kids, right? This isn't like a teen thing or an adult thing. This is for kids, and this is what they're doing.
This is exactly why I didn't quite, but I was very emotionally upset for 2 whole days after they bought it. Because I knew that even the old stuff wasn't safe. They're going to rewrite everything, and they have. They've set out on with obvious intent to do just that.
Well-
From the very beginning, their movie, The Force Awakens, was designed to slowly rewrite history.
Yeah, but
They did it. They really did it in The Last Jedi with Luke by completely changing his character from somebody who's brave and stupid to somebody who's evil and cowardly.
yeah, that's true. But
It's another example. So when people make the case of, it's okay if they make some changes because at least we have the old stuff. Do you? Are you sure? Because
Well-
they're coming for that too.
well, they are. But the thing with it is, of course, is clearly someone didn't think this out very clearly because what you're doing by doing this, especially with Leia, you're taking away her story arc. Her growth, her development, she becomes the general, respected general. She becomes that. And you're taking that away by just throwing it out automatically, unearned, right? It's
I
not
don't think
smart,
they
dude.
care about story arc though. I don't think they do. I think they care about power and how it's presented.
About their initiative and whatever says woman good, men bad. That's
Yeah.
all that matters.
Yeah,
All
and
matters.
it's true. And John Diller says, "Who cares? Star Wars was a good 3 movies set a long time ago." Dude, that's exactly the point we're making. They're changing the original story. That's our point.
The
Diller
over
may have a hard time
1.5
picking that up though.
the over 1.5 billion Star Wars fans all around the world are probably care. The 200 plus million people who didn't come back to watch the second and third installment of the new trilogy, those people care. Very much so.
Wow, look at the chat. They've already given up. Adrian says, "Guys, I don't know if you realize this. Star Wars is dead." DeWolf says, "There is no more Star Wars."
Star Wars, yeah.
Do we have to just bite that bullet and accept that, you think?
Yeah.
For now.
It's better just to move on and create our own things with exactly what we're doing here. So
Well,
we're creating our own things, and we'll never give in to this stupid agenda nonsense.
Yeah, well, I have my original ones sitting there in the closet, and they're not even and luckily they're not the ones that were altered by Lucas because he can't stop touching stuff. And as long as they
Yeah.
don't use the Mandela effect on me, I'm good. So
I have copies. I have digital copies that somebody disseminated for free online, just because they're not selling them anymore, and so I
Watch
got
it.
them.
Watch, this whole entire thing is going to come back in like 10 years when people have pretty much outed any sort of weird feminism. We've kind of, the pendulum has swung.
it will swing.
And like this was all a ploy just to get all those original things to be worth way more because of how much garbage they created.
Yeah.
And it all was just a way for them to make the original stuff worth way more. So when they bring it back in like 10 years and they're like defeminized or whatever is going on at that time, and make a bunch of money. It's just a bigger plot and plan. Well, we'll let these idiots destroy this because we'll make a lot of money in 10 years.
Well, of course, we know that what we're seeing is a lot of this is this, late 30s, mid to late 30s girls who could never find a man, whether because they waited too long or they just couldn't, and they're angry. You have all the young girls who are following it because they think it's cool, and then you have all the simps who are just trying to get laid. Really, let's be honest. That's what this movement is, right? But the thing is, those middle-aged 30-year-olds, they're screwed, right? But these young girls, as they move along, they're going to find something out real soon here once they start dating boys and such, because what they're going to find out is that they don't want that little simp white knight that they thought they were told to have. Right. And they're going to find out that, oh, yeah, I much prefer the man that grabs me by the hair and just digs deep. Right.
Yeah, the bad boy. Whatever happened to that?
Yeah.
But it used to be like when I was growing up, all the girls would go for the bad boys.
Yeah. Well, that's when the shift will come. When these girls, these young ones, realize that, because the middle-aged and older ones, they're lost. I mean, look at some of those ladies that are still around from the '60s movement. They are angry, bitter old ladies, and they're alone. Right. And these young girls a lot of them will get caught up, and it's a sad thing, but a bunch of them will realize, oh, hold on, what am I doing? Right. And they'll grow up. But anyway, I told you that wasn't a good one. I told you. Anyway, let's see if I find. Oh God, Booster.
Yeah, you guys are boring me with Star Wars talk. I'm still here. Ironheart 2020. Riri's suit is stolen, and the fallout is massive.
All right, let me sum this up. What they're doing with Ironheart here. AI's bad. Tony Stark is dead. The whole time it was just an AI, and they have to shut down all AIs everywhere because is another Tony Stark debacle. And Riri's going to fix it all because she's way better than Stark ever could be. I mean, she's Riri. I mean, the suit doesn't look good until a woman wears it.
The bad guy, right?
Probably,
Elon Musk?
yeah.
He's the bad guy.
Probably, I'm sure he'll be put.
Especially
in
after
Stark's
what he's done.
representation.
How much crap do you think is going to come out, like in media and other things, against Elon Musk because he's like, he said some pretty interesting things lately. You know.
Yeah, no, and he always does. That's kind of what he is. But I mean, look at the reaction here. Looking at it, Riri was drawn very cute, right? And even though she was annoying and she was clearly a villain in her actions, but she at least was cute. Now look what they've done to her. Because of the reaction to that, they backed her up. They have made her extremely masculine in her way. I mean, look what they've done to her, right? They just couldn't sit by. At this guy next to her
That's
is
a dude.
more attractive than her. I think it's supposed to be. I'm not. You never know these
I was
days.
about to say,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like he's got a hip swing for a man.
He does.
got
He's
quite
very
a-
effeminate, but I'm just saying he's prettier than she is. I mean, look at this nonsense, right? And you can go read the article if you want. I don't really care. For me, it's just the point that they have, and that I is wrong, by the way.
Yeah, that
They,
is freaking me out.
yeah, it is. They have, I wouldn't want to say emasculated. They've effeminated her, and they, of course, are men bad. Tony Stark, men bad. Right, got to get them AIs. Got to get rid of it. And of course, this guy's name is
I
Xavier
think they
King.
masculinized her.
No, they did. That's my point. They
Mm.
took her femininity away, which was my point. But et cetera, et cetera. It's just nonsense upon nonsense. I'm not going to stick on it too long, but it's just, damn, man.
Yeah,
Because
I have no desire to buy this book, but maybe somebody would.
well, you need to understand this though, Slick. She is Iron Man going forward. Tony Stark has been
Oh, yeah,
replaced. She is Iron Man going forward.
I'm sure.
Get that. Yeah, understand that. They killed them
I'm
all,
sure.
right? She's got her own show coming. This is what they're pushing. They're going to get rid of that old stale man, and they're going to replace him with the proper woman that he should have been all along. That's what you're getting. Riri Williams is Iron Man into the future, even though they're still calling her Ironheart. Give them time. They will go back and take the Iron Man name again. They will.
You got the audience all pissed off.
Okay, no one that cares next. All right, I told you this wasn't a good news day, guys. I told you.
Yeah, something going on.
This is funny, though. Go ahead, Booster.
Well, Deadpool creator Rob Liefeld throws shade at Disney with dead Mickey Mouse.
So
Oy.
Rob is still bitching the fact that he's saying that Deadpool is canceled. And the thing is, other news media are starting to carry it. Not his comments, but they're starting to carry that Deadpool is not coming out either. Now, we have had this conversation here. As far as we know it is coming. It's in full on production. But there's a lot of news that's saying the opposite. I don't know what to think. But Rob Liefeld isn't backing up. He's pissed. He's making noise. Look at what he did. Look at this. Look at this right here.
Oh my god.
Damn,
Get him,
that's
Rob.
spicy.
Rob's spicy, baby. He's still on his coke binge. He might be. But I mean, so I don't know what to.
Maybe.
Well, I don't know what to think about it though, Zach, because all the information we've gotten officially is that Deadpool 3 is coming, but yet we're getting not only from Rob Liefeld but from other news agencies as well that it is canceled. I don't know what
Don't
to
really
think, dude.
care. I don't really care because the second one wasn't that great.
No,
Did Rob
but
actually do that? Did he pay somebody, or is that his artwork?
I have no clue, dude. But it's funny. It's
Because if he did that, his artwork has gotten better, and I will give him props for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so no, this is something coming from Liefeld. He shared it on his Instagram, and it's showing Ryan Reynolds' cinematic incarnation of Deadpool clutching a pistol in his left hand and holding a dead Mickey Mouse by the tail in his right. This, of course, is a follow-up to Liefeld's criticism of Marvel Studios of the lack of plans for Deadpool in Phase 4 of Marvel's cinematic universe. So all I can think is he just photoshopped it. So
That's quite a bullet hole, by the way.
it is, yeah.
Mhm,
He
mhm.
ain't playing around, dude. Right between the eyes. I love it. I love it. That's awesome. You get him, Rob. I'm just confused because, as far as I know, it's not canceled. So I don't know what to tell you, dude.
I'd actually love a poster. I'm just saying.
Rob, if you're listening.
Yeah, sell that, man. Mess up his ears a little bit, make him a little less Mickey-like, and go ahead. Yeah, you can get away with it. But Liefeld is cringe personified. I guess so, but it's still funny, John. I mean, come on,
No,
dude.
he can't be that. That's your job.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Indeed.
but I mean, come on, Thundara.
Indeed.
This is funny, yeah.
Oh, that is good. That's hilarious. I love anybody, and anybody, even people I don't like. I love watching them throw shade at Disney. Fuck Disney forever.
Oh, there it is. All right, there it is.
Mhm,
Liefeld's
Thundero.
awesome. Cheers, Thundero. You're getting some love over there. But I just thought it was funny, so I put it up because there's so little levity today. And this isn't even funny because this is an angry person, so it's actually angry news technically, but at least it's funny.
I think it's pretty.
Oh God, here we
Um,
go. They're
I
getting.
Yep, I'm waiting for it.
I think Lightfield may know more than
Uh,
we do, to be honest.
Uh,
Because he has been on about this movie being, screwed up or whatever for a while. So I don't know. We'll see.
Well, Disney's shooting herself in the foot if they don't do it. I mean, it's not like they don't have any other. They can just pull out Touchstone and do it under Touchstone. But Disney's an ideological factory right now.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. Yeah.
Well,
And I love
right
how
now-
the chat is respectfully being patient and letting Adrian finish his masterwork here. Yeah.
mhm.
yeah, that's a soft A though.
It
I
is.
gotta
It
say.
is.
The soft
Yeah,
A.
It's like
start
he's
it again.
hiding behind it. It's like F that mouse.
I'm- You know what? I'm gonna mess it all up and do this.
No, it's perfect on my screen.
Nope.
Perfect. Oh,
Good job, Booster. Good
Oh,
job.
man.
Good job.
no.
Ah.
Get the thanks. Yep, we'll take it.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's move on to. I was trying to find something fun today, guys, but I couldn't find anything really. So I just figured let's see what Dynamite's up to. How about that? They're doing Betty Page, which is cool. At least Betty can still be sexy. I don't know how long that's going to last.
This is what I'm talking about right here. This anti-Thundaro news sources right here.
Mhm.
Chester, I offered him a good story, one that should make people happy. At least it makes me hopeful. And he just ignores it. He just ignored it right to my face.
Which one? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about James Mangold, the director of Logan and Ford versus Ferrari, being slotted to direct Indiana Jones 5. That's good news.
Is
He's a
it?
good director. Yes, he's a very good director.
Okay. Where was I supposed to see that?
I was talking about it before he came on the air. Here.
Uh-huh. Well,
Here you go.
Booster's supposed to be managing my Alzheimer's. I don't know what he's doing.
I'm not managing shit right now. You're on your own today.
Clearly. All right, fine. So there it is. Let's see here. James Mangold confirmed to direct Indiana Jones 5. But the problem is, do we want Indiana Jones 5, dude?
Here's the thing. He's also making the script. He's in complete control. So it's not going to be Spielberg spurging like he did in the last movie. It's going to be an actual competent director in his prime. Well, at least the last few movies have been really good. Compared to Spielberg, who's very washed up.
But
So
That's
hopefully
fair.
it will.
what
we
is
have-
it going to be? Indiana Jones and the Search for the Golden Wheelchair? I mean, come on.
It's true. And you know Ford, he's going to want to kill the character.
Yeah, he should. If anybody's going to die in that role, it needs to be him. I'm fine with that.
Please just don't bring back Shia LaBeouf. Please.
No, it's not.
For
He-
the love of everything.
That's not even on the table. Shia is not even
Please.
consideration.
Why was he even pushed as an actor? I'll never understand.
You know what? They should play that off though. They should be like, he has a pain because his son died in some gruesome way.
Ooh, that would be
you know?
great. Yeah. He got eaten
because
by
it could be
giant
totally-
spiders. Yeah. Yeah,
I
like
would
it.
actually.
I was being
Adrian
serious.
says Indiana Jones will hand his hat to a girl. That's fine if the story's told properly. If he just randomly does it, then yeah, that'd be stupid.
No.
But if
there's
there's a good
no.
story told, they could do it
No.
easily. They can
No,
do it.
because
You haven't checked Indiana Jones movies. That's what Tomb Raider is.
no, because the reason
Nathan-
behind them doing it would be wrong.
You don't know that though.
Yes, I do. because I know
Right.
the world that we live in today. It's not
Yeah,
something,
but-
hey, let's make a girl. It's like, hey, there's an agenda. We have to put girls out. That's the reason
She's
it's
like
wrong.
super sexy.
What,
every
like-
sister.
Like
Like
Mutt's
super
daughter,
sexy.
Indiana, who will
In the
take over for
closet!
Indiana. You know, how about that? Mutt's daughter,
in
Indiana, will
my
take over for
bed!
Indiana.
Click. Let Booster. What'd you
Chester,
say?
what if you?
Okay, what did you want to say, Booster?
I don't care anymore.
Oh God.
I've been listening to you guys babble on for 2 hours. I just don't care.
No, go
Fair
play some
enough.
video games, Booster.
I already am playing video games.
Fair enough.
Chester,
Yes, yes.
what if she's really, really, really sexy though?
She won't be.
Like-
she'll be fat,
like,
and
no,
fattish,
no, no,
and
no, no, no.
ugly,
What if
and
she-
she'll
what if-
be
what if-
like the
what
ladies.
What if
Chester
she's like
doesn't like
extremely
white women.
hot?
Exactly.
Still, because of the premise behind it. Because I know you can't
Well,
you
no,
can't
wouldn't it
trick me.
defeat the whole entire thing if she was like super hot? Then wouldn't that be defeat their goal? Especially if she's white.
Yeah, if they would, if
A
they did
redhead.
this a
if
decade
she's a
ago.
redhead,
Well,
what
no.
if she's a redhead?
Well, that would be a nice touch. True.
Yeah.
But if they had done it with, instead of Shia LaBeouf, they turned it over his daughter at that time, no problem. Because we know there was just the idea they had for the script. But today, whether it's true or not, you cannot get the fact out of your head that there's agenda going on. That's what I mean. They've made you skittish about everything, right? It doesn't
She
matter
actually has
their
to go through a
intent.
trial. What if the
Here's-
movie's about her like actually going through a hero's journey? Like, you know,
I can meet them halfway. If they want female heroes, fine. We've had them in the past and they were great, but they have to earn it. They can't be Rey. We can't have PTSD that every character is going to be Rey going forward.
yeah.
They
man.
have to earn it. And if this guy, who is a very good director, he's one of the best, if he can produce that, if he can't produce that, then no one can.
Yeah, I'm
And we
just
need
saying it's if they did it like a decade later or something at a different time, maybe. But right now, you can't get away from the taint of it, dude. You can't. You can't. Anyway, Booster is
Yeah,
right.
you can
though.
hand it to the taint of it.
Yeah,
Booster's always right.
it's true.
Wait, what am I right about this
You're
time?
right about the fact that we've talked long enough.
Yeah.
You know, there just wasn't much happy today. I really looked around, and even this turned out to be happy. See, I knew I shouldn't have trusted Thundero. I knew it.
It is happy. Just because you're bigoted against women, don't make it not happy.
Hey, now I like the women's.
Hey.
Thank you very much.
You
like
hate women
ones
as
if
much
they're-
as you
if
hate
they're,
black
a
people.
certain
We have absolutely no idea what he's going to do. Nobody does.
Yeah.
So
No.
until we do, we have to take it for what it is. It's
Sure,
a very good,
sure.
competent director given the reins of a beloved franchise.
Sure.
That hasn't happened for us, for franchises we care about, in years.
Uh-huh.
They always give them to these progressive idiots or these yes men hacks like J.J. Abrams or somebody like him. This guy is actually extremely talented, and everybody loves Logan. Pretty much everybody, anyway. It's a great
Logan's
movie.
amazing. Yes, it is.
Ford
Also
versus
good.
Ferrari, from what I understand, is really good as well.
Yep.
So we have to at least give him the benefit of the doubt and hope he can maybe turn this around. You and I have both said that 2020 and going forward, this stuff's going to start to pull back.
It will.
This political
It will.
nonsense.
But
So
you,
this will not come out until 2022. If this movie doesn't have any of it, and it just pushes a good film out in front of our eyes, that'll be a huge kill shot to everything we've been railing against.
maybe.
So that's why it's important. That's why it's good news.
But you understand my point, I'm assuming.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm just playing devil's advocate. You wanted some good news. I tried to find you some, but you were right. There was trash today.
I was about to look at Betty Page. That was my good news. Thank you very much. All right. Anyway, but he
That's
might
good
be
news.
right. If it is really done well, who cares? I mean, that's kind of a point we've been making the whole time, isn't it? Anyway, we gotta get out of here. What an unfun day. Poor Tails, Booster.
You've all ruined my day.
Yeah, I know. It's just ruined.
See, I have AIDS now. Oh,
Oh my God. All right. All right. Let's go around
I don't
the
think
board
that
then.
was from today.
No, probably not. Let's see who's going to. Zach is going to namaste us because he needs to find some
Good news.
pants. Booster, closing statements.
Yeah. Well, I'm Booster, and I'm very tired. You've all mentally drained me today.
That's fair enough. I agree. Yeah.
Everything's an agenda. Everything Hollywood does is bad. Everyone's trying to fiddle your kids or something. I don't. That's what I learned today, apparently.
Yeah, I know. That's fair. I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah. Slick.
Well, yeah. I have a show coming up in a little bit over half an hour. Cheesecake Challenge over on Slick Jimmy Speaks. So if you want to go over and see some sexy art be created by awesome artists, there we are. You can also find me on at Slick Jimmy Love on Twitter if you want to, talk to me, yell at me, tell me my book is late, which it is, and we're working on that currently right now to get the lettering edited properly so I actually can do the print file. If you want to go look at that, it's still on Indiegogo at Little Girl Lethal.
All right. Really nice. Thundero.
I have very little to say. I have one thing to say, though, that I've been wanting to say. Diamond delende est. Anybody who knows Latin knows what that means. Other than that, Nick C., I put you in the corner for daring to besmirch Barry Allen. Not today.
Oh my
Other
God.
than that,
No, don't do that.
Prefer Wally West.
Oh, whoa. Actually, so do my kids. Anyway, all right.
Nobody
Thank you.
puts Wally West in the corner.
Zach, namaste us out of here, man.
All right, the thing that got me through all those crazy nights of first being a father, this too shall pass. Namaste.
Namaste. True. All right. Well, thank
Hasta
you all very
luego,
much.
babies.
We'll check you out, guys, tomorrow. D&D. Later.
Aloha.